Have you ever wondered what makes some people rise stronger after failure while others sink into despair? The difference lies in how we perceive failure. It can be the end, or it can be a new beginning. It can drag you down, or it can be the driving force that pushes you further than ever before. If you're feeling discouraged, lost, or thinking of giving up, this is the message you need to hear. 1. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Do you remember the first time you learned to ride a bicycle? You fell, scraped your knees, maybe even cried. But then you got up, tried again, and eventually you rode without anyone holding you. Life is the same way. Each failure doesn't take you back to square one. Instead, it makes you wiser, more self-aware, and better equipped to adapt. Failure is not the end. It's a new chapter where you continue writing your own story. 2. Do not fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. Failure isn't scary. What's truly frightening is never trying, never stepping out of your comfort zone. Imagine standing in front of a door that leads to your dreams, but instead of opening it, you hesitate, worrying about what might go wrong. And then you turn away. Years later, you look back and realize that fear of failure stole your chances. Don't let that happen. Remember, failure doesn't kill dreams, hesitation does. There's a quote I love. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor. 3. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Did you know? Every great figure in history has failed. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Steve Jobs was fired from the very company he founded. They all failed, but they didn't stop. And in the end, they changed the world. If you've never failed, perhaps you've never truly stepped out of your comfort zone. And that is far more dangerous than failure itself. 4. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Every time you fail, you have two choices: give up or learn. Failure does not mean you are incapable. It simply means you are in the process of discovering the right way. If Edison had given up after 10 attempts, would we have the light bulb? If you give up now, will you ever see the brighter future ahead? Keep trying, keep adjusting, and one day you will find your way. 5. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. You may fail once, twice, even 10 times, but that doesn't matter. What matters is whether you keep going. Success does not come to those who never fall. It comes to those who persist, who never lose faith in themselves. If today feels like a bad day, remind yourself, as long as you keep moving, there is still hope. 6. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. We often think, once things settle down, once my problems are gone, then I will start. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. Instead of waiting, learn to adapt. Don't let obstacles stop you. Face them and use them as fuel to push forward. 7. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Don't let failure define you. Don't let the words of others discourage you. You are not worthless, nor are you weak. You are simply in the process of growing. Each failure is a lesson, and each lesson brings you closer to the best version of yourself. 8. One of the greatest secrets of life is to turn obstacles into opportunities. Every difficulty in life contains an opportunity. Did you lose your job? Maybe it's a chance to pursue your passion. Did your business fail? Maybe it's a lesson that will help you succeed next time. Instead of complaining, find a way to transform challenges into motivation. Remember, even in the darkest storms, there is always a silver lining. 9. Failure only truly exists when you decide to give up. And finally, remember this: you haven't lost unless you stop trying. Every dream is possible as long as you refuse to quit. The world doesn't belong to those who surrender. It belongs to those who rise, who fight for what they believe in. Be strong, keep moving forward, and trust that one day, every struggle you've endured will become the perfect pieces of your success story. 10. Have you ever experienced failure in your life? How did you overcome it? Share your story in the comments below.